Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and today we are going to go through a bunch of project bags that I have and decide, okay, I'm not going to necessarily say frog it or keep it, because some things I may want to actually do the project, but I may have a better yarn for it. Or probably more so this is that I pulled out the hook from whatever project it was and then put a note in it to say what hook size it was. And now I don't remember. And I'm going to need to frog it so that I can redo it with whatever hook size. Because I don't typically use the same size hook that is suggested in the pattern, because I know my tension is a lot tighter. And so I use a different size hook. Did I only go down half a millimeter, a whole millimeter, millimeter and a half? I mean up, not down, whatever. Anyway, so, oh shoot, I forgot to plug in my ring light, which is why the light is so different. I was trying to get videos off of the camera so that I had enough space on here, but I still don't, so it's going to be interesting. And this video may need to be done in 2 videos because I have quite a few project bags. Anyway, so I would love to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here and for watching the video. I hope you enjoy it. And I would love your thoughts. I mean, well, your thoughts on the yarns and the different projects and stuff like that. And of course, if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love it if you'd consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the video to all. Make sure to hit the notification bell to all, so you're notified anytime I upload a video. At least we hope that you're notified anytime I upload a video. And of course, welcome back everyone else. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate all the continued support. You guys are amazing. I have some people that have been with me the whole 5 almost and a half years, and then others that have been here any length in between. And I really do appreciate that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I know this is going to take a while to get through all of this, and I really don't have a lot of room on the camera. What are you looking for? Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, let's just get started. Now, the few projects that I have here, I didn't go through all of the bags, but I knew some of the bags, and they are projects that are for sure, I more than likely have the right hooks and stuff, or they may not even be started yet. And I am for sure not going to rip out, or I'm definitely going to do the project even if I have to rip it out. Although one of them I really hope not, because there's quite a bit of work put into it, even though it's kind of small, but because of the pattern. But yeah. Anyway, so one of the first ones is actually a balaclava I started for Mr. Boyfriend that I was kind of hoping to have done for this winter, which is almost over. But if I can, I just dropped the hook that I was using. This pattern is, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, anyway, sorry for that. I was trying to find the pattern, and I was going through the different websites I had opened, and then I remembered, wait a minute, it was on YouTube. Anyway, so the crochet pattern that I'm using is a simple crochet balaclava by Miarti, M-I-A-R-T-I, Miarti Crochet and Knitting. She actually has different variations of this, but yeah, so I am using a 6 millimeter, no I'm not, I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, a clover hook, which is my favorite hook to use. And the yarn that I'm using, of course, the tag is not here, there we go. The yarn I am using is actually a yarn that I got at Die Hard Yarns, that's here in near us. It is by Big Brother. It's an Aran weight 3-ply, 100% merino wool. There's 140 yards to 115 grams. And it's called Cold Blooded. Here is the label. There's that. And it's called Cold Blooded. And it is this awesome, like, red and, well, it's not really, well, it's super dark red, almost looks black. And I know it looks small, but we've been measuring it on Mr. Boyfriend's head. Now, I've redone this. I've frogged it on our trip to Florida. I had actually frogged it, I think, 2 or 3 times. Because one time I did it, it was way too tight. He couldn't get the base of it over his head. And then I did it again, and then it was like kind of just like too loose. And so then I redid it, and it's still snug, but it's going to be better snug than loose because you want it around your face. Like, this is the part that's going to go over the head and around the face like this. I don't want to put it on my head because he has a smaller head than I do. So that is the start of it. Where is the back so you can see it? Am I at the end of the round? Where is my stitch marker? Uh-oh, did I lose? Oh man, I lost the stitch marker, which I hope, I'm going to have to figure this out. I hope I didn't mess up. But anyway, it's a free pattern. You can look it up. I'll link it in the description box below. This one for sure is not getting frogged. I just need to continue on with it so that I can hopefully get it done before the freezing weather is gone, which we're in February already, mid-February already, past the mid-February mark. But so, and this is in my Naughty Knitting Sacks bag, which are the, you know, the candy hearts, which say, like, I bite, love, ride me, crazy for you. You know, Naughty Knitting Sacks. Katie is amazing. And, in fact, I actually got to meet her. Yay, in January. We all did, actually. And it has the rainbow. You can look and see what they are. I don't want to say it, but yeah. So one of my favorite bags. I have a million of her bags. I love her bags. They are the best. I will link her her Etsy shop in the description box below as well. She also has a YouTube channel. Okay, so another project, well, 2 projects. This is actually a Mary Kay bag that I had from when I was a director with Mary Kay. Another project or 2 that are not going to get frogged. One is a hat I'm making for my mom out of this yarn, which is by Serdar. It's Sylvan. It's a chunky yarn. It's 50 grams, 91 yards approximately. It's 90% acrylic, 10% wool. I had gotten this at my old local yarn shop in Florida at Creativity. So that, it's going to have a black poof, like a little, you know, thing on the top. That is not going to get frogged. This hat is not going to get frogged. This is actually the entirety of the hat. It's for, this one is going to be a child size. Although, or wait a minute. No, it's not done yet. This one is worked up and down. It's not done yet, but that's not going to get frogged either. And do I have the ball band for that? That is a good question. I do. It is stuck in this ball, which I kind of, I just undid it. Okay, that's all right. This is Ruby and Roses. You guys know I love Addie's work. This is her Rose Bulky. It's 100% superwash merino 2-ply, 109 yards for 100 grams. It is a bulky weight, and this is called Equinox. When this collection came out, I absolutely loved it. Mr. Boyfriend and I were actually at a concert, and we saw this colorway, and we were like, absolutely, let's place the order. So we were at a concert placing an order for yarn. Why not? So this project is not going to be frogged. And then the big project that's in here is actually, sorry for the earthquake, is actually a blanket I'm going to be making for Mr. Boyfriend and I. And it's a pattern by our new friend, Sam, with, sorry, I'm trying to look at everything and figure this out, but by Bumblebee Acres. We met them at the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival, and they do amazing work. And this was a pattern she asked me if I would be willing to make, and it's a crochet pattern. Unfortunately, I can't tell you much about it. Well, I guess I can. It's a corner to corner. No, it's not. Yes, it's she used a fingering weight. I'm using 2 strands of fingering weight, making it a sport weight, because we have 2 fingering weight yarns that we want to use together, which we had gotten from the Yarn Bird truck at the Michigan Fiber Festival. They were our celestial signs, and we want to put them together into a project. So then I had to pick out enough yarn, enough fingering weight yarn that I could double strand to make a sport weight. And anyway, but this is a crochet pattern that she created, or that she wrote, but it looks like it's a corner to corner, but it looks knit, is basically what it comes down to. And this is the pattern. I mean, that's what it looks like. Well, her dog is on it, but that's what it looks like. She did it with scraps. We're not doing it with scraps. But in order to make it work, we're actually doing double stranding this blue, which it's so super bright on camera. It's not quite that bright. It's like a beautiful royal blue, but not bright. That yarn is, yeah, okay. I thought that's what it was. It's Camp Colors. Where did it just go? Oh, I forgot to put that back in the bag. This is called Camp Colors, which I had gotten from my local yarn shop in Florida. It's a CC fingering. Its fiber content is 100% superwash merino, 190 yards for 50 grams. So, and the colorway on this one, it's color number 106, or 00106. Oh, bluer than velvet. So, that's still brighter than what it is. But anyway, so it's going to be, we're going to have 2 balls. Okay, so I'm double stranding, so there's going to be 2 of these, and then we're doing another 2 of the blue. Then we're going to transition to this colorway, which has the similar blue in it. And I don't know that I have the ball band available. Well, I do. Okay, I have it out here. It is by Stitch Together. Hand-dyed somewhere in Iowa. That's what it says. Stitch, it's the Frugal Fingering. It's 100% superwash merino, 490 yards to 100 grams. It's called Summer Glow. But that's the ball band for that. And then it's going to transition. And again, they're both, I'm double stranding it. And then these are our colors. I believe this one is the Pisces and this is the Aries. But these are the colorways that I'm double stranding together. That is the whole reason why we designed this blanket with double stranding fingering weight, to make it a sock weight, or sock weight. So anyway, those are the 2 colors. And again, this was off of the Yarn Bird truck at the Michigan Fiber Festival. And it's the Chelsea Luxe Zodiac Collection, Refined Local Yarns. This one is 400 yards, 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere. This one is April. This one is the Aries, but that's, oopsie. that is the ball band, and of course it's holographic, which is what caught my attention. And then, so that's the Aries, and then the other one was the Pisces, or March. So March, April. So that is the purpose of designing this blanket with all of these colors. Then we are going to transition into these two pinks, which are not the same brand, but very, very close together in colorway. Or maybe they are. No, they're not. So I'm not going to, since they're different and I don't have the ball band for one of them, I'm not even going to worry about giving you that information. And then we're ending with the blue again. So that is the way that's going. So this is definitely a project that is not getting, well, it's not even started yet. So it's not even, it's not getting frogged. It's getting started. So those are those so far. Again, sorry for the earthquake. You guys are on a balancing act on a bin over with a little box, and yeah. So, whoa. I think I moved you guys. Anyway, so those projects so far are not getting frogged. Then this one for sure not. And if you've been with me for many or several years, you're going to know that I work on this a little at a time. But this is my Stingray shawl by Expression Fiber Arts. And on this one, I'm using a 4mm hook. I don't remember what hook size. I don't think I've determined what hook size I'm going to use on that particular blanket, but I can't wait for it to be done. I'm hoping it's going to be big enough, based on the yardage that she used, I'm hoping it's going to be big enough for us to have it as not just a lapgan, but that it has some sort of size to it. I don't know that it will. We may have to pick out more colors, which that was kind of a difficult proposition to start with, but I'm trying to find the picture of the Stingray shawl. It basically looks like a stingray. Yeah, here it is. It's a paid pattern by Shandy at Expression Fiber Arts. Sorry for all the rustling, but I like paper patterns, but that's what it looks like. And she quadruple stranded? Yeah, she quadruple stranded 2 balls of a lace weight. So she did it from the outside and the inside of 2 balls. So she quadruple stranded two balls of her lace weight. I'm just double stranding the lace weight so that it could hopefully be bigger. Now, although quadruple stranding it would also make it bigger because the yarn is thicker, but basically making it a sport weight. I'm just making it a fingering weight because I was wanting it bigger and I only had 2 strands of a lace weight of hers. But this is what it looks like so far. And I still have, lace weight takes a long time to get through. I still have quite a bit left. And the last time you guys saw it, it was here where the carrot is. And then I had added on 3 rows. But this is what it looks like so far. It's stunning. And anybody that sees this when I'm working on it loves it. They're like, oh my gosh. And the colors are so beautiful. And let's see, do I have... My hands are very dry right now, so it's not smart that I'm actually messing with yarn. But that's the ball. That's the ball. That's how much I have left of the lace weight. And you guys know I absolutely adore Shandy's work. I have a lot of her yarn. I just haven't been able to get any for a while. But it's Expression Fiber Arts. It's the Botanical colorway, which I don't think she has anymore, but you can check. It's her Wisp lace, 75% superwash merino wool, 15% cashmere, 10% silk. It's 840 yards to, I believe it was 100 gram hank, but it doesn't actually say that. So anyway, this is that information, if you can even read it. I don't know if you can. So, oh, yeah, I told you that was in my Mary Kay bag. So that, oh, and these stitch markers are hand-blown glass Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. The yarn is all over the place. By Ann Tudor. She no longer makes stitch markers for sale anyway. But I've had those for quite some time. And this is not good. I think it's pulling out of the actual stitches and not out of the ball, out of the skeins or the cakes of yarn. And there's so much static cling in here right now. It's ridiculous. I keep shocking Miley and ugh, this yarn is like pulling out over here, driving me bonkies. This is another Naughty Knitting Sacks bag. Very nice and proper on the outside, and then on the inside it says the B word. Yeah. So this is not getting frogged. This is going to continue on. This was a market bag that I started for last season and never finished it yet. Well, at least not yet. I will try to remember to link all. If I have the link to the patterns, I will link them down below. And or the bags. Well, Katie with Naughty Knitting Sacks, I'm just going to put down there. You could check them out. I don't think she has these bags anymore because I've had them for years. But this is a pattern that I heard about through Rose at Rose Likes Crochet. And right this moment, I can't remember the designer. Oopsie. I forgot my pattern for the stingray. I need that in my bag. But I stopped where I was starting to do the handle for it, which is great because I just pulled out the stitch. And yeah, so anyway, and I was like, oh, this is going to be so time consuming. And in all honesty, I can't remember exactly how. I mean, this is the bag. It's a granny square. It's a bottom. Well, I mean, yeah, well, it's not really a square bottom, but I mean, it is a flat bottom. And I can't remember exactly how the handle goes because you kind of need it to be closed. But anyway, I will link the bag in the description box below. It's a great pattern. But I think I'm on the third, I think this is the third ball of cotton. And I use cotton yarn for market bags so that it doesn't stretch as much. If you use acrylic, it's going to just stretch and stretch and stretch. Cotton at least gives it a little bit of strength. So I will link the pattern in the description box below. It's a great pattern and it works up pretty fast. This won't be frogged as long as I can pick up where I left off on the handle. This hasn't been started and it won't be, well, frogged because it hasn't even been started. This bag was gifted to me by Tracy, and this was a pattern. I saw this yarn, well, Mr. Boyfriend and I saw this yarn. It's by, well, the Little Wheel That Can, but it's Babe's Fiber Garden. We met them at, was it Wisconsin Sheep and Wool or Michigan Fiber Festival? But we saw this, and even though it has white, we thought Ukrainian because blue and yellow. White does not go with that necessarily. But this is their sock yarn, 100% superwash merino. It's 100 grams, 399 yards. It's the Swedish, right, it was the Swedish colors. But we still saw Ukrainian, and we were talking to them and stuff, and so she's like, well, I saw this pattern on the wall, and she was like, well, I will gift you the pattern if you promise to make it, but it's a knit pattern. And I was like, okay. And she's like, if you have any problems with it and you want to let me, you know, call me or Zoom me or whatever, I could walk you through it. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. But this is the concentration shawl by her, by B. And she used any sock weighed approximately 425 to 435 yards, which this is only 399 yards, but she said that it would work. And I put US 9 5.5 millimeter circular knitting needles in this bag to use. I had gotten them on clearance. I don't remember where, but they're Knitter's Pride, the Trends. And it does call for 9 or 5.5 millimeter circular needles that are 24 to 32 inches long. These are 32 inches. So I have tighter tension, so I'm kind of hoping it works this way. Otherwise, I may have to switch to thicker needles. But that is the pattern, and I'm nervous about it because I haven't knit in 15 years, approximately. So, yeah, so this has not been started, but it will be continued. I have to remember to put this with my camera. Now, another one that I started, and I am using this, I think it's a, this can't be a 4 millimeter. It might be a 4 millimeter hook. This was by Leather Company. It was in one of their boxes when I was getting their boxes before. And this yarn, it's 3 hanks of the La Jolla Ba yarn, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards to 115 grams. This colorway is Gold Digger. I absolutely adored it when I saw it. But this pattern is a pattern that I got in my Leather Company, sorry, something flew in my eye. Leather Company Halloween Advent calendar box that I got many years ago, and I had made the pattern in the sparkle yarn that I got in the box, and I really enjoyed the pattern. It is a paid well, actually, I don't know that they sell the pattern on their site or not, but it was a yarn, I'm sorry, it was a pattern that I desperately wanted to remake, so I can't go into details about it because it's not, actually, no, it wasn't for sale. It was only in the box. So I do apologize for that. But this is the start of it. And it's kind of like a pattern where you kind of go forward and backwards and forward and backwards and stuff. And it's just so beautiful. I don't know if you can see any of the detail work. I think the camera doesn't focus well when things are up close, but it's a really beautiful pattern, and I'm hoping that this comes out larger than my Halloween Advent one did. But I have my notes with all the rows and stuff, and the way I have to have it worked out and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be, but this is not getting frogged because I absolutely want to make it in that color. Okay, my camera stopped working and it said it was repairing the file, so I certainly hope that the beginning part of this video is actually recorded, because that would suck if not. But anyway, this next pattern is not going to be frogged. It was something I had posted on Instagram back in December of 2023 as far as the colorways that it was going to be. This one is, whose pattern is this? I think this is an Expression Fiber Arts pattern. Yeah, it is. It's the Malay pattern. That's what it is, because it's a fade shawl. However, her fade is pretty, okay, you can see the fade colors in it, but it's like really subdued compared to the colors I'm doing. This is the start of it, and in all honesty, I'm doing a lot more rows than what she had. Like, she has however many yards, and she's supposedly finishing all the balls, and mine is like way not. But this is the start of it in this beautiful yarn, and it's, I don't know if you can see any of the detail work of the pattern, but this is the start of it. It's way many more rows than the start of the pattern. But this is in one of my sheep yarn condoms. I can't remember whose it is because I have gotten them from several different places. But that is one yarn. Then it's going to switch into this pink, this hot pink, which is in my Not Your Basic B yarn condom. And then it's going to transition into this, which has the blues, the purples, and the hot pink in it. And this is in my egg yolk, or fried egg yarn condom. And so then that is so far how it's going to go. It's going to transition that way. I'll show you the picture I posted on Instagram in case you didn't see it. And this is in my fat bottom bag, which I adore so much. Then it's going to go into this yarn, which I have from Vera Yarn's design. I love her stuff, and a lot of it is UV reactive. But then it's going to go into that, and then it's going to transition into this colorway. All of the colors are somehow like continuing into each other. This was Confetti by Expression Fiber Arts, but all of the colors are in there, but in a more subdued colorway. And then there's this, which is also by Vera Yarn's design, who's in Ireland. I absolutely adore her yarn and her work and the speckling and the UV reactiveness and all that fun stuff. And this is my Attenti bag that my mom got me when we were at the Yarn Lady, which was the yarn shop I was hoping to be able to buy if I had an investor to go into it. But I love this bag. Anybody that knows Attenti bags knows Attenti bags. But this is the picture. I can't increase the, oh yes I can. Nope, I can't. Anyway, this is on my Instagram page. So that's the way the color fade is going to be. From this side across. Hopefully you can see that well enough. But and see that the colors are all somehow in there. So these projects are projects that are not going to be frogged or will be started with the way they are. And I'm going to continue them, fingers crossed, here soon. I'm going to need to charge my camera. It went from 100% down to like 20% in a matter of not very long. Yes, I recorded a video before this and I'm recording this now, but I also have to make space on the camera in order to continue this. But I'm going to see how long this part of the video is and then determine whether or not the next part will be, I don't know. I'm going to figure that out and see where this goes. But I'm not signing off yet because I do plan on coming back, and once I, you know, charge the camera and make room and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so I'm excited to see everything that I have. And I was thinking originally that if I do frog stuff or decide I don't want to do the project, I'll have all this yarn that I can put back into my, you know, into my cubbies and stuff. But I don't know that I want to necessarily frog stuff if I've started it. But I may have a different yarn that I want to do. So I will be back. And for you guys in like a blink of an eye, and for me, I don't know how long, probably tomorrow. But I will talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, bye. Okay, guys, these costume changes is crazy. I'm recording like a bunch of videos on the same day, and I just gave you my clue, but I realized that I put the shirt on for the first installment of the Frogget thing, but my earrings, I didn't. So if you guys are still here, let me know if you noticed that. Anyway, I did end up doing a second video and a third video, but then forgot that I didn't close out the first one. So thanks so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this first part of the video. Keeping this stuff straight is kind of crazy, but I hope you guys have a great day. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need. If you need extra prayers but don't want to share it publicly, let me know. Email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com. We will add you to our private prayer list. If you don't mind me sharing it publicly but anonymously, let me know that. We will do that. Remember, for every season, there's a reason to crochet. Love, hugs, and prayers. I know I just said that part, but still love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. And we all say hello and goodbye, and thank you for the continued thoughts and prayers, and I will see you guys later. And this is just so crazy. All right, bye.